Today, I'm going to be ranking all Demo 3 OSTs in a tier list, so enjoy. Before we get into the video, I do have a Discord where we talk about games like Blocktail, Survive the Night, and more. So if you want to join the Discord, the link to it will be in the description and join if you want. Anyways, back to the video. So a few things before we get into the video. I want you to keep in mind this is my opinion and this tier list isn't automatically correct and the correct version. You have your own opinion and some of these could rank higher or lower for you. This is just my opinion about the Demo 3 OSTs. Anyways, I separated this tier list into 5 categories, going from the best, super good, good, mediocre, and trash. And again, I'm only rating Demo 3 OSTs. If you like this video, maybe I can do Demo 2, Demo 1, or just all of them in general. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, for our first OST I'm going to be ranking, it is Spooky Batle. So speaking of Spooky Batle, it's an okay OST, I feel like. It has this really good part where it goes... Other than that though, it's pretty mediocre. So like, there's nothing really too memorable about it. So I feel like I would have to put Spooky Batle in mediocre. I'm sorry. The next OST we're going to be ranking is the Weird Batle OST. So I have like mixed feelings about it. It's kind of cool at some parts, but the cool parts for me are like very, very short. And like other than that, it's just like a very normal battle theme, you know? So I'm not really a fan of it, but it's not like trash. So I would have to put it in mediocre again, right behind Spooky Batle. I feel like Spooky Batle is a bit better, or a lot better actually. The next OST is Cemetery, and I feel like for those of you who watch the channel consistently, you're gonna know where it's gonna go because I use this in my videos all the time and I just really like it. It's probably one of my favorites from the whole Demo 3 OST list. I'm putting this one in the best, I'm sorry. It's good everywhere, it's such a good OST, it's like the best. Now is the Abyssville Rail Race. I feel like, I don't know, because listening to this is very basic, but it's not like a bad basic, it's kind of a good, kind of nostalgic basic if you would. I don't know, there's not much to say about it, it's just like the same few loops over and over again. It's not bad, but it's not too good, so I think I'll put it in good. Actually, no, I'm putting it in mediocre, just because it's so basic. I feel bad, I'm rating all these mediocre. Next up is the Catacombs OST, and honestly, I really like this one. Like in the beginning, there's this certain part that I'll play for you now. That part I really like, and it's like, in a way for me, it's kind of like creepy and eerie, as it should be since we're in the Catacombs area. So yeah, I really like it. I think I would rate this as super good. It's like super catchy, super nice, I like it. Next is the Crypt OST. Honestly, I feel like this is another really good one. It has like a fun, spooky vibe to it, kind of like Cemetery, but a bit more like lighthearted. And honestly, it's really catchy, I really like it. It sucks that you're only going to hear this once, since this only plays in one area of the game. But it's still really good. I think I would have to rate it super good. I think I'm going to put it in front of Catacombs because I like it a little bit more than Catacombs, but still, they're both super good. Now, onto Funky Batle. Honestly, for this one, I really like it because right in the beginning, it just immediately starts off to a banger. I like the loop it does. It's a very catchy, a very good loop. And honestly, compared to all the other songs, this one kind of stands out because this is like something you would hear in like Demo 2 or Demo 1. Definitely not Demo 3. You would not expect to hear this. But that's not a bad thing. I really like it. So I think I would have to put this one in super good too. It's really catchy, it's a good loop, and that's pretty much it. Super catchy, good loop, it's very good. Now we have Telamon's Manor. Honestly, after listening to it, I was debating on putting it on super good again, but like after giving it a few re-listens, I feel like this is one of the best OSTs because it's like, it's so eerie, but it's so like calming at the same time, and I think it fits perfectly for Telamon's Manor. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put it behind Cemetery though. I just still think Cemetery is the best out of the ones we've gone over so far. but still, it's in the best. So now the last OST before we get into the boss battle OSTs is the train battle. It's an okay OST. It has this one part where I really like, which I'll play for you now. And that part is like, it's very catchy. I think it's in the same situation as a spooky battle. It's very catchy for that one part. But other than that, the rest of the song is like, okay. It's not okay. It's not mediocre, but like, it's good, I would say. It's just good. Like, there's not much more I can explain. It's just good. And now the moment most of you have probably been waiting for is now I'm going to be ranking the boss OSTs. So I'm going to start ranking them by the order you meet them in game. So first is green and purple. So honestly, don't take this as a bad thing, but this feels more like a common enemy type OST more than like a boss battle OST. And that's not a bad thing, because there's this one part I really like and it just really scratches the back of my brain. And it's just like so catchy. I don't know why I like it, but I just really like it. And honestly, I'll play that clip for you now. And honestly, I think this would have to go in the super good. I really like it. Even though it does kind of sound like more of a common enemy type of OST, it's still really good. So I will put it... I'm probably going to put it behind Catacombs, but in front of Funky Battle. Now, next is the Turkey OST. So honestly, I really don't like it at all. I think it's a really trash OST. But when you get like halfway, and most of you probably know what I'm talking about, like when that beat drop happens and the actual OST starts playing, that's when it becomes good. And that's when it starts carrying the song. If the whole OST was like that, I think it would go in super good. But since the first half is still really bad, I don't think the last half can carry it all the way to like the upper tiers. Like, most of the time, you're gonna kill the turkey before you even get to hear the good part of the OST. So, honestly, I'm probably gonna put it in mediocre behind Blissville Railways. I don't think it's that good, and even though the half of the song carries it, it can't carry it enough, you know? The next OST I'm gonna be ranking is the Slasher, and heads up, if any of you Slasher fans are watching, I'm sorry, but I really don't like this OST. Like, I think for the Slasher, because he's like a thing that does not talk and he's just so like mysterious, I think he should have had more like an eerie and creepy OST, kind of like Hatred or Solitude or even Fear. I just feel like his OST really sounds like a common enemy type of OST. And I know I said that's not a bad thing, but I feel like they really did him dirty, because his OST is like a minute long, a minute and 12 seconds, I think, while the Turkeys is like 2 minutes long, and the Turkeys can actually get good. But the Slashers, I think his OST is just trash all around. I really don't like it. It really sounds like a chapter 1 type of OST common battle. I just don't like it. I think they could have done much better, and I feel like he got done dirty. So yeah, I'm sorry if any of you Slasher fans are watching, but it's really not that good. I'm gonna have to put it in trash. I'm sorry. Now onto the bosses that are inside your head. First, we have Greed, and honestly, I don't think this is a bad one, but not really a good one either. Like, I think the beginning had like so much potential, and it actually made me kind of hyped when I first heard the beginning, and then the rest happened, and it's just kind of like your normal boss OST, you know? I think it's way better than the Slashers and the Turkeys, but not better than the other ones on this list. So I'm probably gonna have to put it in good. I'll put it in front of Train Battle. I do think it's a bit better than Train Battle. It's not bad, but it's not too good, you know? Now, the next boss to OST is Solitude, and honestly, I can't lie, this is probably one of my favorite boss OSTs in the entire game. Now, let me tell you why. The beginning, like 10 to 15 seconds, it makes you feel so helpless and sad in a way, like you can't do anything. And then the beat drops and it's just like you still feel sort of helpless, but like you get goosebumps and then you're also excited and hyped at the same time. Like that's how good the OST is. The boss maybe not that good, but the OST top tier. I honestly think it's going in the best, and in my opinion, I think it's right behind Cemetery and in front of Manor. I think it's that good. It's just one of my favorites. Next up is Fear, and honestly, I kind of feel bad saying this, but it really isn't that good. I feel like the first minute is kind of and then there's this really insane beat drop where, like, in my opinion, the actual song begins, and it's my favorite part, and I'll play it for you now. And that part is just my favorite, but like with the turkey, is just not enough to save the song. Like, it isn't bad, but it isn't really good. So I think I would honestly have to rate it good, but I'm gonna put it behind Greed and in front of the train battle. I think they could have done more, especially like when that beat drops, but it's whatever. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, Hatred. Now, before I reveal my ranking, I'm probably gonna say this is the best boss OST in the game, and the hype it gets is worth it. It's not overrated, it's really valid. It's just like perfect all around, and in the beginning of the OST, it kind of has like an eerie and creepy vibe in the OST, and honestly, I really love that. I think it's amazing. And then the beat drops, and then it's just amazing. It's definitely worth the hype. And while listening to this for the first time, it gave me goosebumps. And I often find myself listening to it on my free time. Like, that should tell you how good it is. And for the tier list, I think it's going in the best, but I'm honestly gonna have to put it in front of Cemetery, which is shocking, I know, but it's really that good. It's the best. Definitely the best OST in Demo 3. We also have a bonus OST that I'm going to be ranking, and that OST is the Redemption OST. It plays when you talk to the kitchen wizard, the ghost version now, and when you ask him like how to get here, that's when it plays. And honestly, it's alright. It's not too bad, but again, not too good. Personally, not my type of music, but it is not bad. So I think I'll just put this one in good. I think I'll put it behind Train Battle. There's nothing really much to add or say. And we're finally done ranking all Demo 3 OSTs, and here's the final tier list. What do you think? Do you agree with me on some of them? Do you disagree with me on some of them? And honestly, looking back on my tier list, I'm pretty happy with my tier list. I think, for me personally, I think everything is where it needs to be. And I really am upset they did Slasher dirty with that OST, because he really is one of the coolest boss enemies out there. Like, if we're ranking boss enemies, he's definitely going higher, but his OST, I really don't think it's that good. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to rank them yourself and post them, I will have the link to this OST tier list in the description. So yeah, other than that, thank you for watching and see ya.